What's up, man? Yellow everything this time. I'm talking about yellow rims, yellow big booty, yellow palms, yellow rounds, yellow MPs, yellow watch, yellow charm chain, yellow living room set, lemonade green shoes for my girl. No 20s in my car. Okay, this more than I can because it is so love. My life is so bitch, you wish you look more like a lover. I'm not fucking with all.
Ooh, that's a bad.
Hey, this is how I feel today.
It's like Blayne.
I wore yesterday. That's just how I'm chillin'. I'm smoking places, selling chickens, Corvette by the lemon. Skull check.
Blayne. I'll miss it.
What's up? I guess I gotta unmute people too. We're waiting for Blayne and all the other people to hop on.
Well,
so
there's people.
There's people. How's everyone doing?
Where's our volume? There it is.
Our volume is down. Hello, happy Tuesday, friends. Oh no, Michelle's there's Michelle. Now she's moving. Cool. Smiling. Oh, who do we got? We got Sarah, we got Lindsay,
Lots of people.
Christina. That's awesome. Give it a couple more minutes before start. Let some other people hop on here. Excited to have
Good service.
good internet and good service again. I'm stoked for that, which is cool. There is one of our new coaches, Lindsay, new coach, Leanne. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Hi.
I'll give it a few more minutes, or a couple more minutes.
There's Blayne.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need
There we go. Okay.
usual.
We got some
Have
people here. Michelle, what do you want me to? Do you want me to? I never got that email you're talking about. Do you want me to wait to do the thingy until?
I just sent it to you.
There it is. Okay. Okay, and I'm supposed to read. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, so it's 5:02, and we have Blayne on, and
Hang on.
hold on. Maybe that's better. I don't know
Why
why
is
it's
he
echoing.
echoing?
Is it echoing for you guys too? That's weird. Oh, now it's better. Okay, so we're combining the call with Blayne's team tonight, and we actually have a full screen, which is really cool and awesome. But some good stuff that we want to share about building connections, building relationships, because that's really important and really key with this business. And it goes both ways. It goes with challengers you're helping. It also goes with your fellow coaches because they're a vital part of your success and your support system. Because for me, especially, and I think everyone on this call is the same way, like you become really good friends with these people. You talk to them more than most people in your life. So that's really, really cool. So we're going to get going with that. But before we get on the call, something really cool and I'm pretty excited about and stoked about. So I met up with Michelle Brewer today, who's in the center of my screen. I don't know if she's in the center of your screen or not. And she dropped off a gift from me that
I think she's wearing her new sweatshirt.
yeah, she's wearing a new sweatshirt
today.
for North Face today. So that's cool. But she dropped off a gift from me that our team combined to
A few chipped in.
to get me, which is pretty cool because I usually don't. It's funny, I don't get text messages from people. I'm always the one like texting people to see how they're doing, and I'm always giving. So it's kind of weird in a way that I got something, but also really cool at the same time. So she sent me an email I have to read and open this out real quick. So let me read this email real quick, and then I'll open the gift from the team, and then we'll get going on to the call. So let me read this.
Yeah, we were instructed.
Real quick.
Instructed.
She told me, and I'm smart. You always listen to women. When they tell you to do something, you just freaking do it. Better off that way. So I'm just going to do it.
Good job.
So first thing she says is a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. Someone who allows you to know that no matter how dark the night, in the morning, joy will come. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the higher part of yourself, and sometimes it becomes hidden to your own view. Oprah. Great little paragraph there. Okay. So it says, Cameron, congratulations on achieving your rank of 1-star diamond. It's a very challenging achievement to reach, and you deserve abundant recognition. We all want to express our deepest gratitude for always believing in us and thought this would be a perfect time to thank you. You're not only a friend, but a teacher, mentor, and a great inspiration to us all. With that inspiration, you encourage our team daily to pursue our goals with hard work and dedication, which is partially a contributor to each of our own success. You continue to show each of us the value of honesty, sincerity, and trust as our business partner and friend. We all truly appreciate and value everything we learned from you and Courtney. And will continue to remain a major contributor behind the success and achievements of our team. As new leaders, we really look forward to the day each of us can do the same for someone else. Thank you for all you've done for us and continue to do for your time, your support, your leadership, and your patience. Love and hugs. The Stronger Than Yesterday team. I only cry over sports, so don't worry.
And Zoe.
That was a nice email, though. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, and I cry over Zoe, too. So I did pick her up. Okay, so as I already know, judging from the box and stuff, if you don't know me, if you're on Blayne's team or you don't really know me that much, I have a slight obsession with shoes. Not a big deal. I might have owned 130 pairs at one time. No big deal. But I love them. Like crazy shoes, like ball shoes and whatever. So it's a Nike box. I have no idea what they look like. So obviously it's shoes, but
it's a cool black box.
Cool black box.
Usually they're orange.
Right there. And by the way, too, not that you want to go do it again, but I'm going to go live later tonight talking about this special gift on my Facebook page because I think it's freaking badass. So, okay, let's see. I'll try to open at the same time so y'all can see. Oh, look at that fancy paper! It's so pretty. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, shit. Hope you don't mind swearing. Wow. Those are awesome. Hopefully the color can come through.
Look at the back.
So, hopefully. Okay. So you got Team Strong Yesterday on the back. It's backwards on my thing. I don't know if you can tell.
So weird.
You got some neon green, which I love, neon color. Some blue black fade, and I don't know if you can tell on here, but this is really sweet too.
Here she goes.
There is, yeah, you can. There is a blue speckle on the black, which is really sweet.
Okay.
And are you okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much. These are awesome, and you hit the nail on the head because you can never go wrong with shoes. I mean, honestly, it's awesome. These are sweet and the exact running shoes I use, so I will definitely be busting.
Does the other shoe have anything different? Same thing? Same
Team Strong Yesterday.
Sure.
In the back. Bam!
So
Look at that. I think that's really, really cool. And that's a perfect example tonight for opening that up with relationships and connect with people. Not to say that you connect with people and you get gifts, but it's cool to build those relationships and you guys would take the time to set that up and give it to me. I think it's really, really cool. And when someone gives me shoes, I love them forever. So good job. Thank you very much. So I appreciate that. So I will be going live on my Facebook page later talking about that as well.
Sorry.
So now getting into let me read the
team.
chat too, make sure I'm on the same thing. Yes, I do love blue. Strong Yesterday. Yes, the dog is okay. She's got a collapsed trachea.
Partially collapsed trachea.
So she does this coughing weird thing on. She's fine. Like if you like walk her, oh God, your dog's dying. Like, she's fine. She's fine.
No, she really is okay.
Yeah, she's.
I mean,
she's moving down here. I see her, so
we watch it.
That's all legit. So yeah, back to after the fun stuff of getting shoes, which is freaking cool, and they're badass. I almost don't want to wear them because they're so like
spray them.
Maybe I'll get put clear tape around the whole thing so they never get dirty.
Just put garbage bags.
Yeah, garbage bags.
Like clear plastic bags.
Yeah. So relationships and connecting with people. And all that. I mean, anyone. Okay, since some people, this is their first call.
Zoe.
A lot of people don't like speaking on here, which is perfectly fine. There is at the bottom, if you're on a computer, you can do a chat and ask questions or give your feedback, and we'll try to keep up with that too. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself and talk as well. Like, it's totally open to anyone. We're really, really easygoing. So if you have anything to add, just do it. I kind of have a mini story with connections, relationships. So obviously, we just moved back home from Puerto Rico back home to Oregon, and obviously with sharing our fitness journey on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, a lot of people see it because we've been doing it for over 2 years now, and family and friends have been watching our own personal journey, our business journey transform since the beginning of 2015. And when we came home, and obviously a lot of people were excited to meet up with us, like we got to meet up with Michelle, which is cool. And then a lot of family and friends like, oh, I can't wait to like meet up and go for runs or walks or just pick your brain. I really need help with fitness stuff. And I thought that was really cool. Well, just yesterday, I think it was, I found a new running trail in my hometown, and which was really cool. And I was running one way, and some ladies that follow me from my running on Instagram and Facebook were like, oh, there's Cam. And like we high-fived as we ran by. And they messaged me and was like, I saw you. Like, that's so cool. I followed your running in Puerto Rico. And now I ran by you. Like, that's so awesome. And I thought that was really cool. And then I stopped by the local donut shop. I did not get donuts yesterday, but I usually do. But I got coffee for me and my mom, and I know the owner, so we were talking, and one of the people that works there wants help with fitness stuff, so he was picking my brain. And then as people were walking in, I swear it was like every other customer was someone that followed me on Instagram and Facebook. It's a small town, but they're like, oh man, you're back home, like we need to meet up and I want to work out with you, or like I really need help with my nutrition, you got any meals? Like I was just standing there for my coffee, and all these people were like talking because we'd built a connection through Facebook and Instagram because I've been sharing my story and been talking to them and answering questions. And everyone said the same thing. I feel like I know so much about you because you share so much of your story and journey on social media. I'm like, well, that's awesome. That's like the point, and because that really inspires people. And I know for a lot of us, not myself because I wasn't this way, but a lot of people are afraid to open up and share their fitness journey because maybe you're self-conscious or not where you want to be. Like we all have different things, we're afraid of or embarrassed about or self-conscious about, which is perfectly fine. But once you start opening up, it allows you to connect with so many people because the positive is really good, obviously too. But when you open yourself up and just be real and raw and be like, hey, I struggle with snacking late at night. Like I do good all day. I get home, I'm about ready to go to bed, and I have to eat chocolate or cake or something. And you put that out there and like, that's something I'm trying to work with. Guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people like, me too. Like, and they will never say anything, but the fact that you opened up and shared your struggle, they're going to be like, oh my God, what are you trying to do to get better? And maybe it's having veggies instead or making a healthier snack or somewhat to help them out. And they feel like they get to connect with you. Because one feature Facebook has with the live feature, people love that. Because they get to like ask you questions and talk to you and feel like they're there. And that's a really cool thing to take advantage of. But don't be afraid of sharing your struggles and your triumphs because it helps so many people. And I know you guys too, some of you people that have been coaching for a while, when you open up about your struggles and stuff like that, I connect with it too. And I see, I'm like, oh man, like I totally get that. I've dealt with that actually today. Won't get too much into it. But Lindsay had to go give some blood, and she Snapchatted me and said she like didn't pass out or puke with that. And one of and this is honest to God, no joke, I hate needles. It's one of the reasons I don't have tattoos, which I know it's a different needle, but I don't care, whatever. I've passed out many times or like thrown up at the doctors, and I had to get like tetanus shots when I was like 13, and I hate needles. So like that right there is like totally get that. That's me. Like I get all sweaty, I get hot. Like the doctor talks to me and this is what I hear. Mr. Zinnick, are you ready for the shot? I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. It's going dark. Room's going dark. He's like, you don't look so good. I'm like, I'm out. Boom. Like, so that's a real thing for me. So yeah, don't be afraid to share the struggles too, because we all struggle with different stuff, but just being you is a big thing. I know we talk about that a lot, and newer coaches, you might not have heard this yet, but just be you. Like, if you're outgoing, embrace it. If you're shy, embrace it. If you like to be weird, embrace it.
If you like doing redneck, country, western voices back and forth between each other,
Yeah.
do
Like,
it.
like, Blayne, I know that you were celebrating your 7th anniversary on Sunday night with Steven, but if you want to join forces and do a team call together with us on Tuesday, you are more than welcome, darling. Join right in. Like, that kind of stuff. If that's you, just do it. And this is the honest to God truth. I don't know if it's a 50-50 split, but there's going to be people that hear that and laugh. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it's hilarious. And then there's going to be people that hate their life, always negative, and they're going to hear that, not laugh at all. Like, why is he doing a voice? He lives in Oregon. He doesn't have an accent. He's stupid. What an idiot. Like, okay, well, if you don't laugh or think I'm weird or something like that, then you got some issues, whatever. But you can't please everyone. That's the biggest thing, not just with coaching, but life in general. Like, and we're all guilty of it. You want to make everyone happy, and that's just not possible because I'm going to try to please Michelle, and maybe Lindsay doesn't like it, or Blayne or whatever. Like, but you stress out so much. Like, I got to make everyone happy. Impossible. Like, you're going to make yourself crazy. So embrace yourself and be you, and have fun with it. Like, I know she says this every time. You say that every time, but it's so true. Like, with Beachbody coaching, besides, like, I don't know, what's a rule that you can't do?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know if you can, like, offer people money to buy challenge packs. I think that's against the rules. But other than that, you can do whatever you want. Like, you can sit on the street corner and, like, wave people over and, like, come work out with me. You can do live videos. You can meet up with people for coffee. You can sleep until noon before you start your work day. You can work 1 hour a day. You can work 24 hours a day. Like, you get to do whatever the heck you want. Like, we went up and met up with Michelle today. We did some shopping. Came home and worked out. I did some work. We got this team call. We're going to go to a movie after. I'm going to do some more work when I get home from the movie. That's my day. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
you don't have anything to add?
Right now, I don't know if Blayne always has.
Blayne,
something to
do you
add.
have anything to add about
Blayne?
connections or building relationships?
I always have something to add. Okay, I can't do it and laugh at the same time. I try to talk in a different accent like every day, and my husband wants to murder me. Yeah, okay. Like, the whole time I was speaking, like, I spoke in Spanish the entire time to him when I was in Mexico. Like, everything I'd say in Spanish, and he's like, shut up. And then I got back yesterday, and then all day yesterday and this morning in CrossFit, everything was in Spanish, and everyone's just like, shut up, like, stop saying that, because no one speaks Spanish except me. And so I would just answer their question in Spanish, and they'd be like, what? Stop talking to us in Spanish. So yeah. Okay, good times. Of course I have stuff to add. I have a whole list. First of all, I'm, like, in love with the filters on Snapchat right now because the mouth one is so funny. So if you guys get a chance, go watch my Snapchat, because I was putting the filter on Cam while he was talking this whole time. And it's so funny. He's like a little bunny, and he's, like, holding his shoes talking. Courtney's going to go watch it. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to say, hi, Bonnie. Like, I'm, like, looking through here who's all on my team. Christina. And then I don't know who the iPhone is, but yeah. Anyways, I missed my team because I was gone, and so it's exciting. My cousin Trisha was trying to get on, but she said it's not letting her on. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, but anyways. Okay, so if you're searching, are you watching it? Courtney, did you watch it? Okay, don't do it back to me. Well, you can. Okay, so let me just tell you one more side note, and then I'll get to my notes. But when my husband was in the playoffs last year, the championship, I'd reverse the cam and put the cop one on the coach as he was yelling at them in the huddle. And it was the funniest thing ever. Okay, so in this business, if you're looking for, like, perfection, you're totally doing it too. It's not going to happen. Like, Perfection doesn't exist in this business. So there's never going to be anything perfect. You might have like a perfect day where you sign up a coach and then somebody, you know, like your team hits SC and you're going to have that really awesome day, but you're always going to have like the ebbs and flows of the business. And if you come into this thinking that like nothing's ever going to go wrong or someone's never going to quit, then you're setting yourself up for failure, because no matter what you do, that's always going to happen. So it is true, like the determination comes in like being in the 1%, right? Like don't let those things, those bumps in the road, like determine how you're going to continue to run your business. I've listened to many top coaches live that worked their way all the way up, who have from posted like ads of the 21-day fix, have done like everything wrong. And what's awesome is those top coaches have done a lot of things wrong so that we don't have to do those things wrong too, right? But we're still going to find our own wrongs, and we're still going to find like things that are going to be kind of like discouraging to us, but we got to like push through. Courtney, it better be the mouth one. Okay. So with that being said, if you give up, like in this business, if you give up and quit, I swear that all you're doing is giving up on yourself. Like, I mean, on your own health and fitness. Like, not saying that you're not going to continue to like work out and eat clean, but you're going to let, sometimes I feel like, okay, I'll give a reference. I was watching like the world's like, I can't think of the name of it, like 7 wonders of the world, like all the wonders of the world. Okay, there's this family of 6, right? Let me just tell you, 6 boys, like their dad and 6 boys. They live on a freaking like little tiny canoe with like wood things. They have to be careful the way that they walk on this, because if it tips over, it could be deadly. And they have to catch fish and sell it into their village. And there's this boy who is like 23. He's in love with this girl. He wants to marry her. But it would take 3 years to catch enough fish to be able to pay her parents to be able to get married, right? And their life is like dangerous, like living on this thing underneath like this shark-infested water. So people in America, and I don't know if it's because I go to other countries, you're so spoiled. And so it's like if you hit bumps in the road and you're like, oh my God, my coach just quit. Oh my God, like I didn't hit SC, I'm going to quit, right? Like, and it's like, okay, look at these other people's lives. And it's like, they have to work 3 years on a dangerous, life-threatening ship to sell fish to a village to even get married to somebody that they fell in love with. Like, you know, think of the hoops and the things that they have to do in their life, and then come back down and be like, okay, I can handle this. So I was just kind of like putting those things into perspective a little bit about how you're always going to have things that you're going to fail out. There's always going to be like discouragements. But you have the choice to focus on that or move forward. I promise you, like 1 month I'll sign 3 coaches, the same month 3 coaches quit. 1 month I'll sign 5 coaches and no one quits, right? You're like, dang, okay, like I'm slowly working my head, like self ahead, right? And this whole business is about patience and consistency. And that's what I wanted to talk about, branding. When I talk about branding yourself on social media, it doesn't mean that like every picture has to have the same filter. Every other picture has to be talking about food. Like I said, perfect like doesn't exist. So if you spend so much energy like thinking that your posts on Facebook and social media have to be perfect, they have to be talking about food, they have to be talking about fitness, they have to be talking about food, then that's so false. Because if you look at Facebook as a whole, someone who is not a Beachbody coach, they're posting about the day they had, you know, at the park, and you know, they're talking about things or asking questions like, what shampoo did you use in high school? And, you know, they're having like all this interaction, and these are the people that you're trying to attract. So you have to be yourself 100%, and then you have to breadcrumb your health and fitness and what you do for a living throughout your post, right? it's okay if all your posts are food and exercise. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's okay to be yourself and talk about other things. I'm going to use Bonnie as an example. She talks about her food and her fitness, but then she'll post like what she's doing for the day. Like, you know, she's an engineer and she's working on these parts, and, you know, she talks about that kind of stuff too. So it's kind of sharing pieces more about her. I know that Beachbody has the 4 vital behaviors, and I really think that the inviting process goes hand in hand with branding yourself. And that's what Cam was talking about. I went to a birthday party the other night with 2 CrossFit girls that I knew. They invited me to this birthday party. There was like 40 girls there. 6 of them came up to me and said they knew me because of Facebook. And I'm not even friends with them on Facebook. It's because their friends were liking my stuff and showing up on their newsfeed. And it's like, hey, I know you from Facebook. Like, don't you coach or something? And it was like, okay. And it's the same thing, but it takes time. Like, I think me and Cam, Courtney, like 2 years, a little over 2 years, like 2 years and a couple months, we're just now starting to get that, you know, feedback. I see people all the time and like, I know you from Instagram. I know you from Facebook. I know you from, you know, like, because of what I do. So it's like, you are your business. You're like a walking business, right? So when you give up, you're literally giving up on working out, eating right, and being motivational on Instagram or Facebook or social media, whatever. That's what you're giving up on, right? Because what's going to happen is when you give up, 3 months from now, you're going to go do 21-day fix again, and you're going to eat clean, and then you're going to like do the workouts. And now all you're doing is doing the same thing. You're just not getting paid for it because you're not talking about it on social media and branding yourself. So branding yourself just takes time. And it's okay to see other people's posts, get inspiration, but get creative, you know, like use your connective tissue. And then I really believe that there's no secrets to success, like in this business. We have all the tools. We really do. It's really about showing up and doing it. Like if you don't show up and do it, like that's the secret. You have to just show up and continuing doing it. So this last month, I rewarded all my coaches for hitting SC. And I don't know if they realized it, but I wrote something in their card that was just like, okay, I gotta feed it to them in a way that like is a little bit different. Like, so I wrote them like, congrats on hitting SC, like all this stuff. And instead of being like, like, how many people can you help or like I was like, okay, now let's help 3 more. Like just help 3 more people. Like you just hit SC, just help 3 more. So I rewarded it in like a way that's like, they pushed really hard to hit SC5 towards the end of the month. And I encourage my coaches to hit SC like in the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks so that you can have more fun. It seems like when you hit that goal early, when you hit SC6, like in the beginning of the month, you kind of have like this weight or this pressure from your non-negotiable, like off your shoulder. And then all of a sudden you get more inventive and you have more fun with the business because you kind of already hit your goal. So like you kind of can have a little bit more room and no pressure like put on you. And it's almost like this spiral effect because when you feel good and you're excited that you hit your goal, it's easier. It's easier to keep taking the pictures because you're just like, wow, I just hit SC6. So let's continue on with this. So it's something you should always reach for, I think, in the beginning of your month. And then consistency. Like it's like the biggest thing. It comes back to the branding on social media. And the reason why I say this is because the people that are telling you no, and we say this a million times, the people who are telling you no right now in 4 months at Christmas are going to be the people who sign up with you because they're going to go through all the things that don't work for them, and you're still going to be consistent showing the things that work for you. And so it's like you have to invite behind the scenes to people by sending messages and just conversations. And you also need to invite on your social media. Give a call to action. You know, just post, if you're posting like a transformation and you're like, hey, I'm running a challenge group. It doesn't have to be like, I don't know how Cam and Courtney do it, but if you give a deadline, like, hey, my next challenge group is starting, like, let's say 2 weeks from now, right? On that Monday. If you have the tracker, like, on your phone that you totally can set up your own fitness group, you know, or if you guys have, like, one that you're running together, I always push, like, a 2 week, like, in 2 weeks, next Monday, hear this. And then, like, sometimes I'll have new coaches be like, oh, are you running a challenge group in this? And I'm like, no, it's the same challenge group. Like, it's the same group. I'm just kind of giving, like, a call to action so that people can be like, oh, I want in on that group. And that's okay. Or I'm looking to work with 10 people. I have 5 spots left. Like, those type of things. You know, that's okay to, like, give that call to action to get people's attention. And then personal development. Will everybody type in their box down below, what are you reading for personal development or listening to? Let's see it. "12-week year." 5-second rule. What else? Has everybody here read The Compound Effect? Look at, these are all awesome books. Are you guys liking these books? Are you feeling like you're just listening to it to finish it or just reading it to finishing it? Because if you're doing that like a school project, then just stop reading that book and go to the next one, if that makes sense. If it's like feels like an assignment of school, you're not listening to the book, you're not taking action, it's boring, you got to stop listening to it and go to something that you relate to that motivates you. Just because someone told you to read a book doesn't mean like it's a book that's going to be for you. Same thing, you have to realize that when it comes to the business of being yourself, like find out what you need and all that kind of stuff. So you guys are reading some good ones though. And then I'm almost done, Cam, and then I'll shut up. Oh, okay. So what Cam was talking about earlier, like newbie coaches get afraid of posting and sharing things on their social media, but it does get easier. I'm going to have Kaylin comment in the comments because I'm just going to put her as an example. I think in the beginning of doing this business, she didn't want to post and she was probably like, what the hell am I posting? And now she's like a professional. Bonnie, same thing. So comment if you agree like that it got easier to share and start posting on your social media and it got easier, because I think a lot of new coaches are afraid because you care what somebody thinks of you. But I promise you that when you post something and you're all scared and you're like afraid of what someone thinks of you, tomorrow they're not going to even be thinking what you just posted. Like it's just it's a reflection of yourself, right? So you're afraid they're going to think that of you. They're not going to think that of you at all. It's like the same thing. You have a little zit on your cheek. You think it's like a crater on your face. You don't want anyone to see it. You're like, fuck, because you look at your face every single day. And then you show up and you're like, can you see a pimple on my face? And your friend's like, what? No. It's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. And so when somebody doesn't like what you're doing or says anything negative to you, it really is a reflection of them. I tell my team all the time, I have this guy who literally makes fun of CrossFit and every single thing I do, like he just tries to post on my stuff, just sending everything. It's stupid what you're doing. It's stupid what you're doing. Blah, 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 blah. Just trying to prove me wrong, like on everything. And I literally was like, this guy is an idiot. Like, you know, like this guy. And literally just 2 days ago, and my team knows what guy I'm talking about, he asked me if I was going to be in Phoenix so I could take him to a CrossFit class. Yeah. Maybe we can go on a date afterwards, idiot, because I'm married. Like, literally, this is like, what? Like, this is like, right? So now all of a sudden, he makes fun of, like, the snatch. He's, like, saying how stupid the snatch is. Oh, I just laugh at your guys' CrossFit videos all the time. That's so stupid. I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to argue with you. It's not even worth my time. So it's a reflection of them and, like, how they feel. It's almost like your opinion, right? Like, you see a really cute bathing suit, and it's literally like, I like that bathing suit, but I could never wear that, right? Like how many things have like girls have seen that, like, oh, that's a really cute bathing suit, but I can't wear that. That's like a reflection of yourself. You think that you're not going to look cute in that bathing suit, but you probably look just as cute as it is on somebody else, right? So it's just kind of like how that rolls. So you got to like get over that hump of being afraid of social media. And you don't have to air out your whole life like, oh, when I was 3, my parents got divorced and I stayed home from school 17 days. And like, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, right? You can just share bits and pieces of your life. Okay, the seeds planted. I always talk about this because it's so true. So every invite that you send, you are telling somebody what you do. You're telling, you're inviting them to do it with you. And it's literally like every time you do that, like you have to know that like those no's or those invites will turn to yeses. They will. They just do. Like, and it's weird because it sounds crazy. And when my coach told me this, like, oh, you got to plant the seeds. You got to invite as many people as you want. Like, I literally went crazy and would invite every single person and their mother until Facebook stopped. Like, you can't send message like if they're not your friend, or they go to like the other messages folder. Before that, it wasn't like that. And I would just cold invite like a mother. Like, I mean, I would invite. I would literally in the search bar type in like Sarah Smith. And I would sit there and invite every single Sarah Smith. And then I would be like Jackie, whatever, what's it, Hansen or something. I would just make up a name and there'd be like a million of them in the United States. And I would just invite everybody. Like literally, this is what I would do. And so now my seed planting is that I'm trying to like cap out my friends on Facebook, right? So just friends of mutual friends of friends. And I just keep adding friends, and like at least every week, like 10 people, they accept my friend request. I don't really know who these people are, but those become like people who show up in my feed, and then you start to like their photos and make a comment and send them a message and offer them something free. So I think that the relationship business or the relationship value for branding yourself or inviting is offering somebody something for free. So if you don't have that free thing, like if you don't have a free recipe group, if you don't have a free fit club, if you're not running a free clean eating challenge, if you're not giving out samples of Shakeology or something like that, you totally should start doing these things. The free recipe group is the best way, I think, to offer somebody free online. That way, you're not coming at people when you're inviting or talking to them. You can literally say, I'm a health and fitness coach. I'm putting motivation into Facebook to inspire people daily. I also offer a free recipe group. Do you want in? Right? So what are people going to say? Like, fuck you. Okay. Well, like you said something nice. That's like you saying like, hi, how are you? Fuck you. Okay. You don't want that person, right, in your group anyways. So the recipe group is also, for me, I think is like a great added value. So inviting, I think, is the hardest part in posting on social media for new coaches, but I feel like it just gets easier. Like Kaylin said, once I stopped trying to be like Blayne or be like somebody else, it got so much easier. So if you're following like top coaches and you're looking at them every single day and trying to see what they're posting and trying to post a picture, but then like these people are like on an island and these people are like in mansions and you're over here like in your apartment in the same room and it's the same picture against the wall every single day and you're like, fuck, I don't have any scenery, right? Like, stop looking at those people's posts because nobody wants to follow. Like, I try to think in my head, like, how can I not be another Beachbody coach, right? Because there's so many and they're getting popular and I don't want to, share what everybody else is sharing. So I want to incorporate fitness and health and stuff through my page, but I want people to like connect with me on like a different level. because whereas we see like Beachbody coaches with 60,000 followers, there's actually like professional fitness people and stuff like that with like 1 million followers that are obviously doing something really right? So there's other people that you can follow. If you're an artist, follow artists. If there's any way that you can incorporate like, you know, things into your feed. Another thing that I offer for free, like, is just, you know, you have access, we all have access to the internet. Like last month I did arm workouts for the summer, and then for like tank tops. And then this month I'm kind of focusing on things that are balancing. And so I've just been posting things that working on balance. And it's funny because I've had 4 of my husband's teammates send like a message to my husband and be like, what the hell is she doing? I tried doing that. I can't even do that. Like, and so people are really following it, right? So it's kind of like building that traction. So have fun with it because it's your business. Don't quit on yourself, and you just have to have fun. And I always say that to my team, like how to have fun with it. And what I mean is like, don't take it so serious. Like this isn't school. If you don't do your invites, like Cam and Courtney or me are not going to come into your bed like over you at night and be like, why didn't you do your invites? Like get up in the morning and then do them again, or do double because you didn't do them the day before, right? And then stay on track and do the invites because you want to. Like you have to be proud to be a Beachbody coach. Like I'm so proud. Like the other day I wore my Insanity shirt to CrossFit and my coach was like, why do you have that shirt on in here? And I go, because if I didn't do burpees with Shanti, I would not even be in this gym right now. And he's like, good point. And so like literally, like I'm proud to be a Beachbody coach. I'm proud to follow the meal plan. I'm proud to drink Shakeology. I really am. And if you don't have the education about the things, you have access to it. Like listen to the podcast about Shakeology. Listen to Darren O'Lean. When I was at Summit, I went to Darren O'Lean's special thing, and he talked about how he's going to create Shakeology for teenagers and kids, which is huge, right? And we get to learn about where he goes and what he does, and how Carl Deichler's wife is a nutritionist, like a natural path, like nutritionist. And then you got to be at Summit with all the people who does, like the scientists who design the performance line, so that you know that it's okay for someone to take post-workout when they're pregnant. You know that it's okay. Like you learn these things and you guys have access to all that stuff. So if you're something that you're just like, I don't know, like it just gets easier. I remember people asking me what the 21-day fix was, and I was like, it's color-colored containers. You put the vegetables in the green. Like what? And now I can like tell you what the 21-day fix is, what it does, like the back of my hand. And before I'd like, I don't know. Let me look, and I've done everything salesy. Time Hop is a great reminder of your growth. It's insane. And, Trisha, I don't think she's on here right now, but SC5 should always be your non-negotiable, and you get it by talking to people. The more people you talk to. But Trisha text messaged me today, and she said, I'm number 857 on the list for Riviera Maya, right? So 857 away from getting invited, as long as she keeps hitting SC5, and that's in 2018. So I really encourage you to help those 3 people every month, because why would you not want to take your husband or your friend or your family on a free trip and lay on the beach? Like, so if you want it, you got to work for it. The Riviera Maya, I got invited to register for it. And it's awesome to say that in the 3rd month, I already have it half paid for, and it's not till 2018. Right? So I like that, to be able to like check that off my list and know that I'm going on that vacation. So last thing is that this journey is for you. I recommend, even if you're just not trying to make this a lifetime thing, because we all didn't wake up and be like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a Beachbody coach. This is an opportunity that was presented to you. You took it, so work for it. And I just recommend that you always hit SC5. You sign up coaches here and there when it works. You just stay consistent. You sign up for the trips. No one said you had to be the number one coach in the company, so stop comparing yourself to that person. Those people have been doing it for 9, 10 years. So do it for your journey. Like, get your Shakeology covered. Help your friends and family. Have fun on social media branding yourself. Invite. Stop being scared of inviting, of what people are going to think of you. You know, it's true. Like, you're never going to know if you don't ask. Or you're never going to know, like, if it's right to ask somebody unless you just do it. I've gotten really brave because of personal development and Beachbody, that in the rest of my life, that I'm so thankful just for that aspect. I mean, how many of us graduated high school or college or didn't go to school, but you didn't, like, you probably haven't picked up a book since school unless it was like a personal, like for, you know, your satisfying yourself, but like for a self-help book or something like that. You probably never picked one of those up until now. And I literally got brave and I went and got my level 1, and then I got my CrossFit Kids, and then I went to the guy at my gym who owns it and said, can I coach CrossFit Kids? And I basically was like a weirdo and made myself his friend and made myself a coach in the gym. And I just went after it. And I was like, I would never know if I never asked, you know, someone else would have took the spot. So that's all I have to say. I love you guys. I always talk a lot.
That was all great nuggets. And hopefully you guys got a lot out of what she said, because she always has good stuff to talk about. And
It's nice not to always have to talk.
Yeah, it's nice not always have to talk, but it's funny she said that stuff, because that at the end is kind of what I'm going to end on and add on to, is exactly what I'm talking about. Is this is your journey for yourself, first and foremost, whether you're a discount coach or you want to be a millionaire or a 10-star, whatever you want to do, it all comes down to you. So you should be working on yourself, number one. Sometimes you got to say, no, not right now. I got to get my workout in. I got to go meal prep for myself. You always have to be focusing on you. And it shouldn't matter if you get 1 comment, 10 likes, 1,000 likes on your post or whatever. It doesn't matter, because there's more people that see it than you realize, which is a huge thing. But if you're not working out yourself or focusing on your own health, then how are you able to help anybody out? And this is a leading by example business. And especially as a new coach or someone who's not in the fitness industry, when you start, it takes a while for people to take you seriously, honestly. Like if you've never been fit or about running or working out or eating healthy, and all of a sudden you start posting that, people will judge the crap out of you. They'll be like, well,
What's
another fad she's doing, we'll give it a month. And then it's up to you to change their mindset. That not this time, no longer, no more. And they see you doing it day after day, week after week, month after month, until you change their mind because you stayed consistent. And it's funny, I now being back on the West Coast, I wake up at 5:15 or 5:30 every morning. I don't have a job. Oh, she's doing the Snapchat.
You have a job.
No, I don't have a job besides Beachbody. Like, I'm not waking up to go clock in somewhere. Like, I'm waking up for myself. And I wake up before most of my friends on the East Coast. Like, I'm already messaging them, posting, and they're like, dude, I'm still asleep. I'm like, it's 8:30 back there. Well, I sleep in. And they're like, man, you're obsessed. And you know what? Somebody sent me this meme like last year, and it was so true for me and my goals and everything. Obsessed is a word that lazy people use to describe motivated people. And it's the damn truth, because they're not willing to wake up when it's still dark outside to go run hills with their mom, and then go run down in town for themselves, and then do the workouts, then send their invites, and then do all their work. I get like all my work done before most people wake up because I'm motivated and I want to do it. But it's also myself. Like, I lead with myself. I don't do it for anybody else. Like, obviously leading by example, definitely to show what's possible, but you have to show up for yourself first and foremost. And if you're not showing up for yourself, then you'll never have the success you truly want. But usually with this business, the more that you focus on your workouts and your health and sharing that and documenting that, the more successful your business is. And that doesn't mean you work out for a month and all of a sudden you're making $10,000 a month. No, you show up for yourself each and every day for 3 years and you share about that, you're going to be super successful. But like we were talking about and Blayne said and we said, it takes time, but don't worry about other people. If you show up for yourself, you're going to have the success. So lead by example, lead with you. Yes, Blayne, what do you got to say to that?
Okay, and it's like the same thing. Like you have to see it in the big picture. Like your business is the same as like your workouts, right? Like you're not going to lose 10 pounds in one night, right? Just like you're not going to be like one star diamond coach in overnight. It's the same thing. Each year you get better by doing and by showing up. And like, I'm going to give you an example. Last year was my first year ever doing the CrossFit Open at the RX like level. And so last year I finished the year 21,000 in the world. And this year we still have 2 workouts and I'm already 19,000 in the world. So I moved myself up 2,000 people, over 2,000 people, and we still have 2 workouts left. So my goal is to get under 15,000 in the world. Because it's like, you know, that just shows my growth that I moved 6,000 spots in 1 year of being with strength, right? So it's the same thing, like your 3 weeks, you know, what if you invited 30 people every single day for 3 weeks? Like what's going to happen in that 4th week? What if you followed the meal plan for 3 weeks? Like it's going to happen, but you got to stay with it. Same with your fitness, your health, your business. It's exactly the same thing. It's the compound effect. And it gets tedious and it gets annoying and you keep talking about the same thing. I can't tell you how many times I've talked about the 21-day fix, the meal plan, right? And some days I'm honest, like you just want to, you're sitting there and you're like, blah, 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 like, right? But that's normal, right? You're going to find that in everything you do. But you could go put back on your uniform and go to your one job that you didn't really like, or you can lay in bed, drink coffee, and send invites, right? So pick like your hard, because there's going to be hard in everything that you do. But it really is like the compound effect. And what this company stands for, there's no comparison. Like, I don't look at this company and see like throw up with like all of these other like MLMs. Like I didn't even know I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know there was MLMs like until Beachbody, like until I started seeing like all these other people doing things. And I just don't feel that it's that way. Like I really in my mind feel like I'm a nutritional coach, which that's what I love. That's the part of it that I love. So you guys have the tools. Beachbody backs you up with everything. So you just have to go out and have fun. But it's all the same thing. I just kicked something over in my room.
Did anybody have any questions or comments before we end it at all? After this is over, since I have good internet now, I'll post the recording as soon as it uploads.
Oh, hey.
Team pages. But yeah, does anybody? I think Michelle does. Go ahead, Michelle.
I don't have a question. I just have something that I do that I thought I'd share that has been working for me. Because like Blayne said, you know, sometimes you feel like you're messaging people to the point where like your fingers are bleeding and you're just like falling asleep while you're talking to them. But like if you break it up like each week and set like mini goals for yourself, like, hey, I'm going to talk and build like true relationships with, let's say, 30 people this week or whatever your number is. When you hit that goal, reward yourself. Like today when we went shopping, I bought my sweatshirt because I had talked to 75 people, you know, for 2 weeks. And so I treated myself to that. And it keeps you kind of excited to hit like little goals. Or, you know, if you stick with your meal plan for the whole week, allow yourself like, you know, that cheat day or cheat meal, whatever it is that fits within the plan that you're doing. And so it makes it a little bit easier to not seem like things are so far away. Because like everybody's saying, this does take time. So reward yourself in between, or like take a little bit out of each paycheck and get something for yourself and treat yourself to something if you've accomplished a goal or signed up a new coach, or, you know, take the coach out to lunch because that's fun. I like going out and eating food that's not at my house. So that's one way I reward myself, is going out on date nights and stuff, or going to get coffee that I don't have to make myself. So that's just a tip that I would suggest to kind of help keep your momentum going and encourage yourself to keep going. That's all I got.
I like it. That's good. That's good stuff.
And another thing too is like the relationship building. Like I'm going to Portland in April and I get to see Cam and Courtney, right? And then we're going to Punta Cana, and it's just like I would have never known these crazy motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. And then I met Bonnie, who by the way looks beautiful right now. She's shaking her head. I'm saying the F word, but yeah. I met Bonnie, like she came to Cancun and I got to spend the day with her, and then I like cried like a baby because I was like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. And it's like, how cool is it that I've met these people, my type of people around like the whole world, which is super cool. I'm going to say world, but I met the United States.
Blayne called us crazy motherfuckers.
Oh.
Can you believe that? Me?
That's nice of her.
No. It's true. It's true. So we stop. Yeah, no, I appreciate Blayne hopping on and her team hopping on. It's always good to combine
We like
calls.
combining.
We got the same vibes flowing, so it's nice. But also, thanks to everyone that hopped on the call. You know, really appreciate it. This is a longer call, so kudos to everyone that stayed on. But like I said, the upload will be shared in the team pages as soon as I get it up. And if you ever have any questions or comment, I'm sure Blayne's the same way as us. Like, hit us up, ask questions, talk, whatever. Like, we're not strangers, not gonna ignore you. Like, we're all here to help each other out and have fun. So don't hesitate to reach out if you need it. But hopefully you guys have a great rest of your evening and week, and keep killing it. Remember to connect, build relationships, and don't forget to
Just be
focus on
yourself.
yourself. Yep. Exactly. Something in